Are you tired of boring domestic beer? Me too. That's why I've taken it upon myself to drive across this great nation to find the best brews around. I want to meet with any owner, brewer of any place that will open the door for us. No distance is too far. Our goal here is simple. I want to share their stories and their craft with the rest of the world. My name is Dustin Coffman. Welcome to the craft. Guys, today we're in Elkins, West Virginia, my hometown, and today's stop is a little unique. Not only is it a brewery, but it's a brew shop and a hostel. Welcome to the Brewstel. Let's go in, meet the owner, Tim, who's also the head brewer, and let's see what he has. The mad genius behind everything Brewstel, Tim Powell. What's up, man?
Hi.
So, let's start. How'd you get into beer?
Well, originally was the first story was obviously drinking in high school, right? But my old man had one of the beer kits that were sitting down in the basement. And my best buddy in high school, we were joking with my parents and told them that we were going to make that beer in that kit, and they're like, yeah, and then they really let us go for it, but then we opened up the kit, and like all the ingredients are like 10 years old, and so we ran down to a place called Listerman Brewing Company, and they sold, brewing supplies and stuff like that, and he ended up getting us set up and made a couple batches of beer, and it was fun, so kind of took a break during college, and then kind of started back up right after that. So,
and how many years has the Brewstel been open?
The hostel's been open 6 years, and actually 7 years come January, so 6.5 years. The store's been going about 3 years, where I've been selling grains and all the hops and yeast, and we did growlers to go for about a couple months, about 6 months or so. Then we transitioned into the tavern part. Then just a couple months later, we got into the brewery part. So
it's been brewing for like 2-3 years.
About 2 years now.
Nice.
Yeah. Professionally, or legally selling.
How many of your brews do you usually have on tap? I saw that you have a 21 beers on tap.
So we have 21 beers. We have a 21 tap system. And we keep about anywhere from 9 to 13 of them are ours. Somewhere around about a little bit over half. And then I try to keep as much West Virginia beer on, and then also just anything that's a good distributed beer throughout the states.
Nice. So really the idea of doing everything together, like if you guys can see, we have we're actually standing in the shop part of it where he sells the shop, but then he has the bar, brewing area, and the hostel. So what made you decide to?
A lot of it is just kind of the synergy between them all. You already have all the brewing stuff, so why not sell a little bit of it when it comes to the supply shop? And then vice versa, you have people that are obviously interested in beer or somewhat in the beer field. Yeah. So if you get them into your shop for buying supplies, they're probably going to sit down and drink beer too. So you kind of just try to hit the double whammy on that.
How'd the hostel part come on with it?
The hostel was a big thing. Whenever I was doing a little bit of traveling, and you find yourself these really neat hostels, and they have these bars. You know what I'm saying? You get to hang out in the bars, and everything's good. But it's just all kind of basic beers or domestic beers or whatever is there, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, how neat would it be if there was a place that was actually a brewery and a hostel where the beers and everything's made downstairs, but you can also stay upstairs. And so found a building and kind of put it together.
Great idea. Is that where the name came from? Because Brewstel kind of says it all.
Yeah. Brewery, hostel, Brewstel.
Yeah, it works great.
It was kind of joking. This is old Nike commercials. They're like, oing, boing. It was like
playing around with names.
Brewstel. Yeah. So we kind of played with that, and then also a big thing too is that it's all original. It's not leading this or creek that or something that's just another name along another thing. So it's pretty neat that it stands out compared to a lot of breweries out there.
Yeah, it does. Great marketing with it. What better place? You can get drunk, and if you don't want a DUI, it's like $25. You can stay at a hostel. Like win-win.
Beers and bunks.
Beers and bun.
That's my business.
Nice. So I'm anxious to see what else he has. I like this taste we're going to. So let's get into my favorite part, the review. Part of the show, the tasting. So what do we have up first?
This is our one of our newest beers. We did a little smash beer together, which is a single hop and single malt, or single malt and single hop smash. So we did our Maris Hotter malt, which is a very popular base malt, has a little bit of nuttiness to it, and then we used El Dorado, which is very common hop. Has a really interesting profile. A little bit of pine, a little bit of citrus, and some white grape and some other various some flavors to it. So just kind of really simple beer. And then I dry hopped it while the yeast was still a little active, so it gave it a really nice haze to it. So it has a new kind of flavor profile, has that kind of chalkiness that people are into, and it's gone over really well. People have been really liking it for the summer, or for the end of summer kind of fall beer.
Yeah, really smooth, and I get the with the smells, you can smell kind of like the citrusy and the pine in the smell. There's a unique aroma to it. But yeah, the flavor is really good. So is it considered an IPA or like what?
No, yeah, it's a regular American IPA, 64 IBUs, so it's a little bit hoppy. You see a little bit of that bitterness on the tongue. You get the astringentness from the hops, and we just kind of use American yeast to it, so it's American IPA.
It's not even an overkill with the hops, and everything else in it, it like balances out, so it's not one that's kind of like, like doesn't taste like you're eating a pine cone at all. It's very, very good. I see why those people like this.
Yeah, it's not overbearing, so we kept it really nice and easy drinking.
Nice.
The next one that I brought out is it's our Big Peter's Porter. We keep this on pretty much year round. It's a very popular beer that we did. It's the very light base porter. They kind of tease me and say it's almost a brown ale, but it's a porter. It has enough roastiness to it. It has just enough body to it. And the same thing, we use British yeast in that, so it gives a little bit of some fruity esters to it. And it's a really, really solid beer. I really like to. I kind of say it's kind of like an intro to porter. So some people say like I don't like porters because it's overbearing or it's too big of a beer or too roasted like that. So we kind of kept it on the lighter side, so people can kind of pick through it and really see the flavor profiles.
I definitely do get the light thing. Usually with porters too, you drink some porters, they make you feel like, I don't want to say heavy, but you feel like full.
Oh, yeah.
This is very light, but you still get the aftertaste. You still get the roasted. You still get that porter taste, but.
And it turned out really well. People like that too because it is more of a year-round porter than one that's just made for the hardy summer or for the hardy winters.
Definitely not like a dark beer person. I would drink this 24. So that's delicious.
No, it's nice too because a lot of people say I hate dark beers because of the abundance of the roast and the bitterness that they get from the malt. But that one keeps it pretty light and it has just a little bit of chocolate to it and it's a little black malt to it. So
solid beer.
Next one we did is our Monk's Blonde. It's a really easy drinking summer beer. We'll fly in there. And
protein.
Right. And we keep this on around. We keep this year round as well. It's a little tribute to all the mums out there. And so we call it a British Blonde because the same thing we use. We use British yeast in this as well. We use a little bit of aromatic malt to kind of give it a little bit of a nice bready biscuit kind of finish, but not too much in the mouth. And then it has a little bit of that creaminess and kind of some fruity esters from the yeast. We ferment it at a higher temperature, so you do get a little bit more of those things. And it's very easy drinking, and people are all about it. So it's one of those kind of hard to keep in.
I feel like this is one, if you're not a big fan of the craft beer yet, this is a good one to start off with because it's really easy going.
Yeah.
This is what I would do like beer pong with because you can just I can see
you
just down that way like nothing.
And it's only 400. It's right about 5%, so it's a really easy drinking beer. It's not too heavy. You can put a few of them back. And like you said, yeah, it is a very good kind of intro to the craft beer thing. You have a lot of our lighter domestic drinkers. We do kind of point them towards this one as their beginning one to see if they might kind of want to dabble a little further into the flavor wheel.
But it doesn't taste like a normal Mom's either. So I mean, not a Mom's, a normal blonde. It has its own unique taste to it.
Yeah. It's not as biscuity or as sweet as most blondes go. I kind of wanted to kind of almost lean towards the more lager-esque mouthfeel with it than with it, but still keeping it as an ale to keep the time of production down.
Nice. I see why that one's a popular one too.
Yeah, it goes over really well.
And last on the flight.
This is a big one. This is our most popular. It's our flagship. This is our Ash Cat Amber Ale. It's a very solid brew. We've won a couple awards for it. It scores really well in the tasting profiles. I like to say it's a lot of beers. It's a lot of things that people don't want. It is what it is. It's a lot of beers that things that they don't like in it. It's not too hoppy. It's not too malty. It's not too sweet. And it's not overbearing as far as dryness or anything like that. So it's kind of wiggles into the room of everything that you kind of will like in a beer. It's got a great aroma. It's clear, and it's a 4-season beer. And that's what I was really going for on this one.
Yeah, I think you said it all with this one. This one's perfect. Like, I see why people like it. It's
hard. And even a lot of people that say I don't like this certain beers or this, you really taste it. It's a pretty solid brew.
Yeah, I easily see why this one awards it. This
usually my go-to as well. And that's another one too. Is like that's about 45% of what we brew in house is the amber. So it's we put it here. We got it in a couple restaurants, and people really enjoy that one.
Even like going back to like that one, this one doesn't really taste like an amber. It doesn't taste like your normal amber. It's got other things.
It's not too sweet. Usually when people do ambers, it's very biscuity, or they take really dry. And so I try to keep it kind of off the extremes and more into just the real easy drinking, keep her going beer.
I see why people like it. It's delicious.
Thank you.
Well, guys, these are only 4, and he said he usually has like 9 to 13. So I mean, if this alone got your interest, come in and try the rest. So.
Cheers.
So now we tried the beer and everything. Let's check out the Hostel. We have like very cabin-like style bathrooms, it looks like. I love this door. It's got the old outhouse thing on, very West Virginian, I think. Then we go to a shared kitchen area. It's got a rustic feel to it with the wood and everything. Looks like a cabin, which is weird to be the second floor of the building. Looks like a little living room, library area. Again with the old school decorations with some Indian feathers. I'm told this is the cabin room because, again, with the wood, but when you see in here, there's like, deer antlers, the old farming equipment. Very hostile-like, if you get what I'm talking about there. But very safe, nailed to the wall. No murders so far, so. Moving on! This is, he said, the most popular room because this is called the caboose room. There's a train that's like a big tourist thing here in Elkins. A lot of people come on to ride our historical train. So you can see it's painted red and it's got a lot of train decos, and even the bathrooms of this one is very much train. Even has the nails for your towel holder, but. All in all, pretty nice. And again, $25 to stay. Like, try finding a motel half that cheap anywhere else. But I hear the Fiesta de la Distance is this rooftop deck, so let's go see what that's about. And to top everything off, check out this view. I mean, you have a bar, a hostel, and then you come up here to this. You come up and drink, watch the sunsets, look at the stars, whatever you're into. And there's a hammock. So on top of beers and bungs, he also does barbecue. So let's talk about the food. Like how'd you get into that? And what is this beautiful thing behind us?
Well, it was the typical you give a mouse a cookie type situation. Everybody, if they want a beer, then they want a bar stool. And once they want a bar stool, then they want something to eat. And then they want something to eat, they gotta have a bathroom. So the big thing is it's I couldn't imagine having a full-blown restaurant menu type thing as far as our setup is now. So I switched and I started doing these things called Foodie Fridays. And every first, third, and fifth Friday, I'll try to put out some sort of barbecue or food. And it kind of switched into first Fridays turned into steak nights, which we do $20 ribeyes, hand cut, and served with a baked potato and a roll. And then third Friday we do pork barbecue. We do platters or sandwiches, or you can come in and buy by the pound, things like that. And then usually on the fifth Friday when that lands, we'll do brisket. And so it's just turned into a thing where we're just trying to do it for fun, and then it turned into where we're pretty much selling out on most of all the Fridays. And a big push that really helped is my buddy started a company called Dizzy Pig, and it's in Virginia, and he does all of his barbecue seasonings, and we use a lot of those for when we do our barbecue nights. He's out of Manassas, Virginia, but he makes all these seasonings in his warehouse. He has about 22 or 24 different flavors right now. And he does everything from like a basic barbecue rub that kind of does everything to like an Asian tsunami, to swamp venom, which is like a southern barbecue, to Jamaican firework, which is kind of like a jerk seasoning, to an Italian thing. He even has a cool one where he used, we sent him some hops. He actually did an IPA rub.
Oh,
and so
awesome.
he uses this. This is really good for cheeseburgers or chicken or anything like that. It just kind of has like a earthy kind of lemony base to it, and has a little of that nice fruitiness to it. We also sell them in-house. It's really nice. You can do $2 samplers, or you can get a shaker from anywhere from $7 to $12, depending on what it is.
So every food you do.
Yeah, just about everything I have. As far as whenever we do food, there's always some sort of Dizzy Pig involved. We've been working on trying to get a beer together with some of the seasonings as well. So that's coming soon.
He doesn't like to brag or anything, but he was telling me that he actually goes around the country and does like cooking lessons with Dizzy Pigs for barbecue.
Yeah,
so.
the guy, the owner, Chris, he teaches classes. Just anywhere from steaks to pork butts to briskets to seafood to doing pizzas, anything that you can cook on a big green egg. He does a lot of classes and competitions with everything like that. And I've been lucky enough he's invited me down for a handful of them, and you just get into these big food events, and people are doing big competitions and having big barbecue cook-offs. So
That's awesome.
it's really fun.
So that's another thing with you work with Big Green Egg, so everything you do food-wise.
Just about everything I do. I cook on a big green egg, or I have a couple of smokers that I use as far as like if it's bigger than what I need. But yeah, everything I use on the big green egg.
It's awesome.
Yeah, they're fun.
Well, Tim, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good time.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. Cheers.